The king's need was exceeded by anger. Those who would help were destroyed. But from their deaths, a new power, drawn from sin, and an army that would live once more.
Sabate, this is Jeff.
This is David.
And we are playing Darksiders 2. Hi, David.
Hi, Jeff.
How are you doing?
I'm tired, but good.
Tired but good. Okay. It's better than tired and bad, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's a good tired.
A good tired.
It's like a dry heat.
It's like a dry heat. In today's episode, we're going to do the City of the Dead. I'm sorry, I'm going to say Land of the Dead, Kingdom of the Dead. No.
The Evil Dead, that kind of thing.
The Evil Dead, City of the Dead. The City of the Dead. Well, first, actually, we're going to pick up a relic that I forgot. It's hidden around a corner.
Oh. You missed one.
Yeah, this relic you can't get to from the Gilded Arena anymore since the Eternal Throne is sitting on top of it.
That would be a problem, yes.
You have to get to it from the Deposed King fast travel point, as I am doing right now. The City of the Dead is the major dungeon for, well, the entire area. It's the big one, basically like the Foundry was.
Right, so the City of the Dead is the big dungeon for the Land of the Dead.
For the Land of the Dead.
That's
City of the Dead is actually a fantastic dungeon.
Oh, really?
It has, like, it's rather large. It's going to be 2 episodes long, as an example.
Right.
Sure, well, close enough to the microphone. Losing my signal there. There's our relic.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 parts because of how broken it was, or because it was just big.
I mean, of course, it's got some, seams. Well, naturally. Yeah. But it's a long dungeon. It's got good puzzles that are interesting. A really good boss fight that has good music. It doesn't technically have a new item since we spent the last 17 to 19,000 dungeons picking that up.
Right, the Soul Splitter.
Soul Splitter. So we already have the item that will...
Unfortunate.
In Zelda terms, that we are going to be needing.
Well, c'est la vie.
Yes, but fortunately, it's just a good dungeon, so...
Good. I am honestly surprised. I said we should record these videos first because I thought it was going to be a horrible slog.
Horrible slog. No, this is the end of the Kingdom of the Dead.
Woo! Yay!
I know, right? So yes, starting off, trying to tell you right away that you're going to be using the Soul Splitter. No, we also use the Soul Splitter quite a lot in Bone Ribbon, but that one doesn't really count.
Isn't that one a little bit more optional?
Yeah, that one's optional.
Yeah, by a little bit more, I mean completely.
I did mention this a few videos ago, but I'm doing the 2 save file thing so that I have one is like a practice file which I use on my main account, and then this version which I use to record so that the achievements line up properly.
Right.
And in the main account, I did the glitch with the Judicator that keeps him alive. So it will permanently say, we're going to talk to Ostaga.
What can you tell me about the City of the Dead?
I have never been inside its walls and never will, so long as I draw breath. It is a place for wayward souls, or was, until the fall of man.
What changed?
Once the screams of the dead echoed from the city and across the plains. But now, the city is silent, and only the echoes remain.
Yes, thank you, Ostaga.
That's actually a really cool little thing. I like that.
The reason we're here at Ostagoth is we have too much stuff. We're going to sell almost all of it.
Good.
I'm just not, I'm going to only hold on to things that have the them fade off, because you don't need to see all that.
Right.
It took about like 8 minutes going through making sure I didn't sell the things I didn't want to. But yeah, in the other save file, the Judicator is still alive and will permanently say, do the Judicator. So you just have to remember where you need to go next. I'm still worried that eventually it'll come to a point where it just prevents me from progressing. Also, we're going to do the City of the Dead while doing the running in place. Yes, while dancing. Oh, this makes death look so stupid. It's great. It's fantastic. So we picked up about 350,000 guilt, I guess, from just selling all of our things.
Monies.
Monies, exactly. Which will be good because we're at level 17. We'll be level 18 at the end of the next video, which is prime territory for getting health and Wrathsteel weapons.
Is that when they start opening up?
Yeah. 17 is as early as I've ever seen them. Because I got one while playing the dungeon on the other practice video.
Of course you did.
I was like, yeah, okay. Thanks, random number generator. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. We don't really need to concern ourselves with making more broken weapons just yet.
I would like to say, because it got a little bit interrupted by the brokenness, I do like the concept of, well, the city is full of eternal torment and screams, and that's normal, and then it stops.
Which is abnormal.
I think that would freak me out quite something fierce, I think.
This is me trying to be clever. I don't know if it works too much, but you can pop in and get behind him using the Soul Splitter.
I figured that's what you were doing. It looked like it
kind of
worked.
It looked like it worked at the end. It was a little bit less successful the first time. Death continues his search for a bathroom.
I just figured he's, just dodging an infinite stream of bullets, but
some of which he probably shot from his own gun. So,
well, yeah.
There's really no telling which direction the barrel's gonna fire from.
Yeah,
it's like Resonance of Fate.
I still have that. I never gave that back to you before you moved.
That's all right. I'd say that it's interesting. It's certainly unique. The gun crafting system is just a little unnecessarily complicated, I feel.
It also ludicrous, but...
Yeah, it's also, but yes, being able to just kind of make a gun in its little gun editor where the barrel is clearly pointing back at you.
Yes.
Pointing
like,
back at you
straight up, straight down.
It's like, no, it's fine, it's fine.
I put a grip
totally
on the
fine.
other side of the barrel. Aw.
That was an unfortunate... Oh, that sucks. It apparently just knocked me right off. Also, I learned just now that if you die in the pit here, it sends you back quite a ways. I mean...
Yeah, that's...
I mean, obviously, it's just like a 5-second walk, but still. Or a 5-second waddle.
Well, it's... Yes, it's just not the last platform you were on like you're used to from those.
Yeah. So this is another legendary item. See, they get their own special...
oh, hey.
Yes, they float in the world, unlike others. Lich Spines. So I'm sure you can't read that with the preview video, but the Lord of Bones used the Lich Spines to depose the deposed king, according to the flavor text.
Ah.
These are arm blades, which means they'll do the sonic boom charged attack.
Right.
Which makes them not as useful as the claws, but they're also the functional opposite of the Echidna's fangs, because they have Wrathsteel on them. It's not a lot. It's a 5% Wrathsteel, which is probably more than enough, but is the lowest amount of Wrathsteel that we'll probably ever see. It also has a lightning, like a chain lightning effect that I've never really noticed do anything useful for me, so I'm less excited about it. We'll use it just because, but Echidna's fangs are still extremely useful.
Yeah,
more so than
Infinite health is better than infinite magic. You're right.
Yeah, because for all of the cheesing we've been doing with the stats and whatnot, defense and health are not more than they would be normally, so you can still die just as easily.
All right.
You take a full combo from an enemy and you can still just be instantly killed, which is fine. High lethality is fun. That's why Dark Souls is good.
Yes.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna okay, focus.
Focus.
Darksiders.
Of the game we're actually playing.
This is a great puzzle because you have to put your statue on the floating platform.
Is that what you're doing?
Uh,
That actually is pretty awesome.
it's clever here. They reuse it later, and it doesn't change the floating platform gimmick. It's just you have to go through one extra gate, which is a little eh.
So I have a quick question. Did you just throw a bomb at a switch and that worked?
Yeah, that's been a viable strategy since the not the Foundry, the first one. What was that one called?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I keep thinking Kiln, but I might be thinking of a different DS game.
Yeah, the first kiln would be a... I also probably just said that word wrong.
Keelan.
I just said kiln, yeah.
It's
Kiln.
Keelan is it's 4 or 5 syllables, right?
Right. Yes,
Okay.
13 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Kiln. Kiln. I speak English. I know how. I swear I know how.
You say that, but
Kiln.
we'll
Kiln.
fall down here.
Oh, hey.
This leads us back into the main room where we came from earlier, except now we're on the other side of a gate, which will open. It's a good design. You have your, instead of a central area and then you go off 3 forks and then you're done, more of a sort of like a figure 8 pattern as you spiral through the level.
Right. It's...
Opening shortcuts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Makes it much more interesting.
Excuse me. It's probably also harder to design, I would guess, as a man who doesn't do any designing.
I would assume that it would be, just because it is more complicated. You know, a squiggle instead of a straight line.
Yeah.
a metaphorical squiggle.
A metaphorical squiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Death looks so ridiculous right now.
Yep.
Why are you using an actual key? Why aren't you just clipping
because
through the door?
all of there's 2 key doors in the dungeon that we'll need, and both of them have collectibles that we're gonna be collecting anyways. So there's nothing to be gained by skipping them.
Except mad props.
Okay. Yes. Props like yes. Sweet. This is the secret code.
Sweet. It's a pig. That's what it is. You just got a pig, and then that got dark. I'm sorry.
You just got a pig. I just have an image of a very, very sad babe.
Oh, that made it
Hey,
worse.
this is your fault. This is you. This is what you're saying.
You're right.
This is another good puzzle, by the way. Because you have a certain distance that you can move away from your statue form.
Oh. And
So-
moving it that way means that you can move a little further.
Mm-hmm.
That is
So-
really good.
The solution isn't to get your physical body past it. You just have to get the statue close enough that you don't dissolve before you can get around the corner. As you can see, it's starting to a little bit wobbly. Which I think
Darksiders
makes
2,
it
where
pretty
have
good.
you
Yeah.
been?
I
Where have
know,
you
it's
been?
just-
This is great.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
That still should have been bo. That's
I will look. This dungeon has not 1, not 2, but 3 instances of that.
the things I love. Sweet. That's going to be fun to process later, I'm sure.
I'm sure. And then it just takes us right back to the exit.
That is a really good puzzle. I like that.
The Soul Splitter does make for good. He actually is going to hold this for a while, which is why I'll keep going.
I would flow or rap, but the only one I know is literally Baby Got Back.
Oh, he set it down. Oh, there we go.
There we
Boot
go.
box is in its place.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could start with Baby Got Back. I don't...
That's all right.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's a well-trod territory.
Yeah.
So the like I was saying before, the boombox took over. The boombox rhythm just overcame me.
Yes. Well, it makes sense. It's fine.
The Soul Splitter is good for doing like very, very minor shortcuts where you just have like, well, I have to walk that way and then get an item and then come right back. So just send out one of your half souls and then you could just teleport back, basically.
What were you
This is my
looking at?
favorite part about this glitch is the way that he climbs through ceilings. Because he just kind of, he'll hold his hand out.
Yeah.
He's got really good balance.
I don't wanna.
Real good balance. I mean, he does serve the balance. There's
Makes sense.
thematic consistency here.
So, what are the green thingies?
The green thing is a... What did they call those? We do get to see what they're called later. I'm trying to remember what they're called. It's something serpent. Maybe just like a death serpent.
It's like Jormungandr or something like that.
It's a something serpent. There's an adjective.
So they didn't go with just the Norse reference and call it a day.
Nah, they did not.
All right, it's this one, whose name escapes me.
I'm pretty sure these are...
Wraiths, probably.
Yeah, wraiths. And I fell, but that's okay. They also fell.
You got gold, so yay?
Yay! One-on-one, these wraiths are extremely simple because they don't have any defense against the death grip.
Right.
It'll always grab them.
Did you just get another possessed weapon?
That one, no, that was not. This is another good puzzle. It's just another interesting way to deal with the Soul Splitter. So it's just a big area with a bunch of switches, and we just have to get the right order. Plus, hidden things.
Right.
Like in the corner here. I always forget that one.
It's
I
like,
didn't forget it this time.
Look at that thing up there. You're right. Look at that. All right, let me ignore everything else.
Change the orientation, and you'll recall that we can use that as a grapple point.
I had forgotten. Not would have, did.
Yes, that is why there's conspicuously absent from that corner of the platform is the railing. So
Right. That's true.
So that's the exit, but of course we did see that floating token, so there's more to be had over here.
Yes.
This is another one where you have to get the statue close enough so that you don't dissolve as you go into this area.
So is it just get wavy, 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 you're gone?
Yeah, it gets wavy when you're at the very edge, and if you go too much further, you just automatically despawn back at where you started, as
Okay.
if you had just, deactivated it. Slice.
There you go. Oh, hey.
And look, there's a thing to shoot. Interestingly enough, you can't drop items out here, because I guess they want to make sure that you can always get back to them.
Okay.
For some reason. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way. But that's also one of the reasons I wanted to get rid of stuff, because it's a real pain to juggle your items going back and forth if you happen to collect one when you're in a Soul Splitter form.
Right.
And this is really the only dungeon where that's even an issue.
Yeah. I understand why games have inventory limits.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just in this game it doesn't seem pointful.
Yeah,
That's-
it doesn't seem pointful. Okay.
I forgot what word to use. All right?
Purposeful, it doesn't have a point.
It seems pointless. Yes.
It seems pointless. Okay.
Yeah,
these
it's
are
just-
good. These are ways to say
It just
this.
it meant it seems arbitrary. I guess
Yes.
is the way I should have
It
phrased
seems more like it was just a design decision because, well, other games that kind of have things similar have inventory limits, so we do too.
Right.
So
Wait.
this is a shortcut. This shortcut goes back down to the first floor.
This room
Right.
looks familiar. I think
Familiar.
this is when I saw you break the game once. Was in this
Yes,
room.
we were going to be doing it right here.
Ah.
So this little, I guess, post, for some reason, when you slide down this post and you press right, you'll occasionally you'll forget that the post is in a wall, and you're not supposed to be able to get around it. But of course, in other places in the game, posts, if you press right or left, you'll go to one of the 4 sides, since posts are always squared off. Yeah, squared off that way. So you'll flip around the side so that you can jump and do that kind of stuff. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Usually I get it in the first few tries. This also consequently is one of the things that was at one of the first glitch videos put out before we start the LP.
Yeah, I mean,
this is one of the first few that I found myself, and I was like, I wonder what else is in this game.
Yeah, you showed me this. You're like, there's no context here. You won't know what any of this is.
Don't worry about it, but occasionally, if you just press down and right slightly, weird things will happen.
Eventually, in theory.
Oh, don't worry, it'll happen.
I like how, there are times...
There it is.
Oh, there it is. What's your hand doing?
Ignore what the hand is doing there.
Ignore the hand?
Ignore the hand. Pay no attention to the hand.
I do like this music, though.
So there's not really a whole lot to do out here. I mean, there usually isn't. It's just, out of bounds shenanigans.
Right.
We'll jump over to the side there. If you go into the spike pit, you can kind of get stuck in an infinite fall and die kind of thing.
Well, that sounds fun.
And then also falling out just does the normal thing where it'll eventually time out and kill you.
Right.
So there's nothing particularly special about this other than the method to get out here, which is extremely bizarre.
That's a smaller sash than usual. Normally it renders more pant.
There's more pant rendering. Disregard pants.
Disregard pants, yes. I do like how at church today everybody was wearing their finery because it's Palm Sunday. I was absolutely just wearing t-shirt and jeans.
Hey, come as you are.
Yeah. Somebody was like, "But it's Palm Sunday." It's like, I'll be wearing a robe. Yes, those things look like they're thin, but they're like 1,000,000 degrees after 10 minutes. They don't breathe at all.
They don't breathe at all. It's actually surprisingly hot here.
Oh,
in the old Northwest.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty good right now. Apparently, it's going to freeze again in Houston.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it, but at the same time, it's not right.
So here's another area we've seen before. You'll recall.
Yes, I will.
The little
you raised a bridge or
yes,
something.
the rotating bridge.
Right.
For some reason, this hole gets its own small cutscene, which can be disorienting if you jump down there while you're in a soul split form, because it'll just put you back to normal.
Oh, but still drop you down the...
I think that it does. Have to go... I'm not going to check. Never mind. If you, loyal viewer, would like to check, go for it.
Screenshot the result or whatever.
Send it to P.O. Box. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois.
There you go. Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
So this is obviously just an arena.
Execute.
Oh, nice.
There we go. And now it's just one, so no problem.
Yeah.
Doing infinite air combos is great for those guys, because you just do 3 hits and then pull them back to the death grip, repeat.
Right.
This time a little bit more successful with my strategy. Wait until he parries and then just... Fortunately, he's back parrying me, which I think that's unfair, but...
That seems a bit unreasonable. Oh, now we get to fight one of the abominations.
Jailer knockoff. Let's see.
I think this game came
I want
out
to bring out the... No, the Jailer from Darksiders 1.
Oh, okay.
So, Darksiders 1 did in fact come out before Darksiders 2.
That's right. Oh, hey, camera.
That was the wrong button. Let's try that again. Unfortunately, it was not quick enough. I just wanted to shoot this guy a bunch. That's all I want, really. Doing our infinite shooting.
Ow.
The first time through was more successful.
I like how they're super big, super huge, and then, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, the Amino Volgnir is pretty good at cutting through
Everything.
really anything. I actually forgot that in this particular game, I had not given the ice powers to the crows yet, because I decided to kind of use the harvest and crow magic sort of more so than the rest.
Right.
We don't actually get the ice power until we get our next level up. Ice is great. Well, the crows are great because they harass enemies, and also because the critical chance is so high that they do a lot more damage than they should. But ice is the best elemental damage because it just has a chance to freeze. And freezing enemies in a huge chunk of ice is great.
Yeah.
It's much more useful than the other status effects.
I mean, that's what Persona taught me, so... That wasn't a wrath potion, Jeff.
No, it wasn't. But I used it anyways. So this room might seem slightly familiar. It's a trap that we've seen once before, but it's way back in the Scar. Although this isn't lava, it's a suspicious lever here that you're forced to stand on.
And now it's Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm. This is unnecessarily difficult.
Oh.
I would say. You have to do it perfectly, otherwise you die. So if you miss once, you just die and start over. Because you won't have enough time to get to the right. Because you have to fall down here and then come back up. The problem is that it's not 100% which direction you're going to go when you're on one of these traversal elements. Because generally speaking, it'll go the direction that you're pointing. So if you're pointing to the right, you'll go run off to the right. If you're pointing up, you'll run up, which is what you want usually. But the camera angle makes it such that there's a bit of ambiguity, which just leads to frustration, because you miss one, you just die and you just start over. Bum 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 bum.
There we go.
But you do get that at the end, so...
Yeah. It's all worth it. Yeah. It's all worth it.
Yeah. Sweet! It's coming back. Ooh.
There it is. Oh, it's a
Serpenter.
xenomorph.
It kind of is. Sort of a flying teal Kingdom of Dead glowy version
of the xenomorph. Except it's kind of flying around like I'm a graceful whale. I'm a xenomorph. I'm a xeno whale.
I'm a dolphin.
Forgot about that. Oh, a dolphin. Yeah.
We do get to see a new enemy type in here, though.
Oh, good.
Not for very long, though.
Hey, it exists.
It does exist. Execute.
I'd say that seems unnecessary, but...
It's very necessary.
Yeah, it kind of is.
A very easily missed.
Oh, that's...
Yes.
Missed because
resistance.
You can't shoot it.
Yeah.
But...
Yes. Even though the target was clearly on.
Yeah.
Stone of Resistance, there's only 10 of those in the game, which I'm sure you can tell by it saying out of 10 when you collect it.
If I could read it, yes. Did his animations fix themselves?
I wonder if that happened. Yeah, I'll have to double check if he's wandering around. These are new enemies. These are just the sort of plague guys that were from the Twilight Cathedral, Darksiders 1. If you recall when he got the crossblade.
Yes, okay.
We don't have the crossblade, so it's just we have so much damage output that it doesn't matter, but they do constant damage when you're near them, as you might expect.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's still the same.
And you're going to see a very good use of the harvest ability, especially when there's liches around. And they're gone. They all died. Oh, no, that one's still there. Tantrum. All right.
Again, number porn. That's...
Yes, exactly.
That is really good music. Again, Darksiders,
Yeah,
where have you been?
Where have you been? The boss fight music is really good. But, well, I mean, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Right. Yeah, it looks like his animations have fixed themselves.
I wonder when that happened.
I noticed it when you were going up the pit of stupid, so...
That might have been it, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I was planning on only doing half of it with the animations anyways because, when you reload, it fixes it.
Oh, right.
That's fine. I
That-
mean,
I guess
the
that was
best
where it
part
fixed
is hanging from the ceiling. It's just so dumb. This is another reason, just efficiency with the Soul Splitter. There's only the chest down there. That is, but yes, that's the hidden subtitle.
Yeah.
So that's it for the first half of the dungeon. Actually, it's a little bit more than half the dungeon, but the second half does include boss fight and cutscenes, so factor
enough.
those in. Next time on Let's Play Darksiders 2, we'll finish up the City of the Dead, and in fact the Kingdom of the Dead. Aside from a few little things, but, we'll come back and clean all those up in a video later on. Just go through a Crossworlds style ending. It's a good movie.
Right.
You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
All right. Sweet!